Because of the excess blood, I'm going to have a bath this morning to freshen up myself. I hope Helen can take me to see Chris. I suppose I could walk to the bus stop if I took my time. Helen has taken me to see Chris. She said to take some gear in case he puts me in hospital straight away. I hope my pants are dry enough to take. Thank God I got my bras out yesterday. Have to buy some more pants. When I can get to Target. Maybe Monday. Visiting Chris went as expected. Scans showed the fetus shrank from 6 millimetres to 2 millimetres. He said the only way to stop the bleeding is to have a D&C ASAP. Was booking him for 5:30 p.m. Rang Trish to see if I could stay there and could she take me to the hospital. She said yes. When I got there, she wanted to know why I had to have a D&C. I had to lie because Helen said she would have given me the 3rd degree. Claire rang about 2:40 p.m. and told me to get to the hospital ASAP. Had to ring for taxi as Tricia wasn't back, but she came back before taxi. I gave wrong address. Cost me $8.50 to get to the hospital. When I got there, they rushed me in through admittance. I didn't need to rush because I didn't go into theatre until 4:30 p.m. This time I was wheeled into theatre, which was the staff were very nice. The reason I was there was forgotten for a while, but when I was laying on the table waiting to be put under, it all came back and I nearly started crying again. When they put the needle in my wrist to put me out, it hurt so much I said shit. When I woke up, it was all over. My baby was gone forever, so I broke down. The nurses were really nice. When I got out of bed after a while, one nurse went to get me a cup of tea and something to eat. She came back to say that I had to go up to a ward bed, another ride on a trolley. The other ladies on the ward were very nice, so I told them what I had done and why. One nurse came to take my BP, but she couldn't find it, and I made a joke about going down to the morgue, and they all laughed. Finally, I had something to eat. Why do they always put tomato on sandwiches? Later, another nurse came to see me to explain the reason I was for the D&C. I explained all that happened. Then I broke down completely. She was very understanding. She said I should go and see a counsellor so I could talk about what happened. I said that was something I was thinking about doing anyway. I asked if she had any children, and she said that she was 7 weeks pregnant, so she could understand what I was going through. I have to see Chris next week with the results of the test on my baby. I wonder if they can tell what sex it was. Had another good cry tonight. Feel so empty. I know it was only 7 weeks along. My baby was only very tiny, but it has left a big hole gap in my heart. That was written on the 2nd of February 1996, the day I lost my baby. I've been all good all morning, and I knew this was coming. I have got some things in front here. You will see I have got Sam and I have got Bridget. The reason I have got these 2 babies in here is because even before I fell pregnant, when I always wanted a baby, I was going to call the baby Bridget. Bridget is a family name in I think it was my mother's grandmother, second name. That's where Bridget comes in. After I had lost my baby, I was writing in my diary, and I thought, I can't just keep calling this the baby. I just can't keep calling it the baby. And I was thinking of a name that, because I didn't know what gender it was. And in that stage, I forgot all about calling it Brit because of the state I was in. I thought of calling the baby Kim. And I thought, no, I didn't really like that. Then I chose Sam. And that's why this baby is named Sam. I started the diary even before I knew I was pregnant. I know I was still feeling a bit iffy. I had started to feel a bit iffy in the tummy, going to the toilet more than usual. I don't know if that's normal for early pregnancy, up until, I can't remember when I stopped writing in the diary. I'll check. It's been 23 years since I lost my baby. The 29th of April 2001 was the last day I had written in my diary. I know there is something that I need to write to finish. This diary is not finished. It's not finished. I still have to finish it by writing in about my hysterectomy. Where I discovered the reason why I lost my baby and the reason why I was never meant to be a mum. As you can see, I'm very emotional. I was good this morning. I knew I'd come up to here. I did read the diary before I started filming, and it started, I think I've showed you these last year when I had on the 24th of September, when it was her 22nd birthday. I had all these out. This is the size Sam would have been. This is an 8-week fetus. I was around 7. That was the size when it's amazing how something that size can affect a person, affect a woman, and just that little thing. But I think, I know a lot of miscarriages don't have explanations. And also, I don't know if any of you know this, but a fetus is a foreign body to us. And most miscarriage are probably caused by the body expelling that foreign body out of us, because they reckon it should not be there. Thank goodness, I don't know, miscarriage is, it took me, was it 1996 to 2008, which is 12 years to find out the reason for my miscarriage. These little things I brought, there's my pregnancy test. That's the only thing I have to prove that I was pregnant. That and the letter from the doctor to the gyno. I've still got that. This letter was written on the 22nd of the 1st, so that is around that date is when I found out I was pregnant in 96. I don't know if I told you, I got pregnant by artificial insemination. I was in my mid-30s, and there was no one in my life. Back then I didn't know who I was, but all I knew is I wanted a baby. So I went to see a female doctor, and I told her that I want the baby, and she referred me to a gynecologist, which at the time I didn't realise was her ex-husband, but it's okay. So he went there, and then I had to take my temperature every morning and write it down and everything. Had to take it first thing of the morning, and we're doing that, and nothing was happening. Actually, first of all, I had to have a laparoscopy to check my tubes and everything to see if I could fall pregnant. That came back with that there was a blockage in one of my tubes. He said it should be still okay. So temperature, when that wasn't working, then do blood tests to set date for periods, in the middle of your period somewhere. Then after I had the blood test, they would ring me, and I had to go in and be inseminated. I can remember going in, and the semen was in a vial about so big, and I held it. Of course, it was frozen. I had to thaw it out, so I just held it in my hand. Held my hand and praying. 2 years I did this for before I finally fell pregnant. Oh my God. It's somewhere else. It's not in here. No, I should. I've got to get a new box to put all this in. The day pregnancy was confirmed, the 22nd or the 1st, I went shopping, and I bought myself a little angel brooch with a birthstone on it, which would have been her birthstone, Sam's birthstone as well. And why I say she, because I wanted a girl. You know, if it survived, I told you it would have been Bridget Alice. Bridget Alice would have been after my grandmother. And there's something else I want to talk about. I want to talk about abortion. I know everybody's got their own ideas on abortion. Well, even before my miscarriage, I was so against abortion, because to me, abortion is plain and simple murder. Like now, February, they couldn't get a heart. There should have been a heartbeat, but because my baby was died, there was no heartbeat. But that stage, once they get a heartbeat, I reckon that baby, that fetus is alive in you. And from then on, anything, if people just, sorry, I can't do this, I'm not equipped, I'm not ready to have a baby. If you're not ready to have a baby, protection is there when you have sex. You're not ready to have a baby, well, you got to have it. If you can't afford to raise a baby, adopt it out. You decided to have sex, you took that step to have sex, and there was that chance of getting pregnant. Some will say, oh, that was only my first time. It only takes one time to get pregnant. But me, it took a long time. The reason it took the 2 years was because of the shape of my uterus. That is why it took so long for me to get pregnant. Actually, I'm glad it's this week. This time next week, I will be in Adelaide. Yes. Once, you know, I had been, I read everything, like, lucky my pants were dry, lucky I need to get more bras. That's what I wrote that night, and that's what was coming out. I'm just trying to read my writing is, I started this diary on the 15th of the 1st, 1996, which was day 30 of my cycle. So I was pregnant on the 15th of the 1st. Because it was a week later when I got confirmation that they was pregnant. It was, I can still remember. I remember this day, the 15th of the 1st. I was living at Kingsbirth. I called a bus heading up the coast. No. I got so far as Chugit, I needed to go to the toilet, so I got off the bus, went to the toilet and caught the next bus up. Then wasn't long before I got to Burleigh Heads and needed another trip to the toilet, so off the bus again and toilet and back and caught the next bus. I think I went to Pacific Fair. I remember buying, I think it was, yeah, because I remember, I've got here that I was, my mouth was dry and I needed a cold drink but couldn't drink it all as I thought it might make me sick, my stomach. Actually, no, I went to Runaway Bay. When I got to Runaway Bay, another trip to the loo. It's all in here. It's when I wrote in this, it was like, also when I wrote in the diary, when I put the date, I actually put the day of the cycle. What 45? What date was it? The 2nd of February 1996 was that 48 of my cycle. Chris Margin, the gynecologist. Helen and Trish they're my two sisters. They both passed away. Helen was the only one. Helen and another sister-in-law who knew what was going on. Claire. I mentioned Claire. She was the receptionist at the doctor's, or I can't remember. But this is 23 years ago. You know, and you know the pain is still there. I think the main pain is that I couldn't be a mum. That is all I ever wanted. I can remember, I don't know how old I was, that we were after, well, I don't know, might have been at school, I don't know. No, it might have been after school, friends were asking how many kids we're going to have. I said, I want as many as I could. And if by the time I was 30, if I had none, I was just going to go out and find someone. But when I got to 30, no, I couldn't, because, I don't know, I didn't know who I was then. As in, I didn't know I was gay. I didn't know. I just didn't know. And that didn't come around until 2005, when I was 48. But this is about my miscarriage. As I said, that emptiness will always be there. Sometimes I'm out walking and I'll see a baby in that, and I think, oh, beautiful, beautiful baby, you know. It really makes me happy to see women with their babies. And sometimes I'll be out and I'll see a baby and it just, I can't do it. It just depends, I don't know. Especially when I'm out, I've got my babies out and I'm pushing them in the pram and I see other babies and I look at them and they're so cute. And sometimes I think, my baby, my reborns are not going to grow. They are going to stay where they are. And this thing, this little charm thing, I got off a lady on Facebook. The page is called Angels of the Heart. I think that's what it's called. The lady makes these things for people in remembrance and everything. I've got a few things. I know when I was still with my ex, I actually got her a chain, and I made it different because she's got 4 boys, and And I put one in there for the little Sarah who had died, and I put that one there for my angel and for her supposia. I don't know if her ex had a baby in miscarriage. I have no idea. But, and life can be so cruel, you know? I was born to be a mum. I know that I was born to be a mum. You know, it's just not right. I tell you, when my time comes, which hopefully a long time from now, I'm still young, you know, I'm still out there, I'm still having the one day, there was someone there who are going to have them, who will share their life with me. But as I said, when I do get to heaven, I know I'm going there. I am going to have a good word with that man up there. I tell you why. Why was this done? He knew. He would have known that I want a baby. All women want a baby. When I hear about, you hear about babies being bashed, babies being sexually abused, they're being raped and bashed and chucked about, it just hurts. And there's one thing I do want to talk about, I mentioned earlier, is abortion. And this is what I've seen on Facebook, and when I was reading it, it just upset me. Where now they have come, I'm not quite sure if it's all states of America, but they were saying that a woman can have an abortion right up to before she delivers. How can someone do that? That is plain and simple murder. No word about it. This woman has felt that baby move inside her all this time. Felt it kick, whatever they do, somersaulting. She has felt all that, and just before she gives birth, sorry, I don't want this baby now, so she decided, they can decide they can have an abortion. That stage, that is so, I don't know. It's just not fair. Oh, I don't know. The other day is the 2nd of February. It is 23 years since I lost my Sam. Which I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm leaving. I wasn't going today. I'm glad I'm here today because I can do this video. It's amazing. I said how tiny that baby is. How tiny. I'll show you this again. That is how tiny Sam was when I lost her. And that sight is still affecting, started to affect me, like a bit of nausea, going to the loo, you know. But oh, got him. Oh, I lost my teddy. Hang on, I've got to pick my teddy up. So these are just little things I brought. I think I've shown this before. It went back to 24th of September. You found another video. I've got little bonnets and little booties. And this is what I brought. The purple foot with Sam's name on it. And a little teddy. Got a jacket on. Look at him. Oh, I don't think the jacket comes separate. I said these are all together in a box. I have to buy another box. I might do that tomorrow. Go over to the plaza and get another box and make it a nice little box to put these in. Oh, I hope you're able to hear me, understand what I was saying. I need a drink. It is so hot here. Oh. Oh. I had a late night last night, or the early morning. I think it was 5 a.m. before I went to bed this morning. And the reason was because I was watching When the Heart Calls. It's a series on Netflix, and season 5 had become available, so I was watching that. I think about 12:30, 1 o'clock, one episode to finish. I thought maybe time to go to bed, but that episode got really good. Oh, I've got to watch the other episode, and I watched the whole lot. And I tell you, I hope there's a season 6, because there has to be, because the way season 5 ended, it's got to be. They've got to show it. If you watched it, I won't tell you what. You know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched it, go and watch When the Heart Calls. It is a beautiful series on Netflix. It's set back in, I think the 1880s, I think. I can't remember. In this nice little town called Hope Valley? It is really nice. The main character is a woman called Elizabeth. She comes to a town to teach. She's a teacher. You know? It is really nice. And Laurie McLaughlin, you know, Aunt Becky out of Full House, she's in it. And I can see him, he's blonde. He was in Bold and the Beautiful. He was Bridget's husband. Yeah. Can't remember his name. Well, he was in it. It is a good series. So do yourself a favour, go and watch it. Oh, there's my hand at the back. Hi. I am feeling good. I'm feeling better. I think reading that diary. I know at one stage I was thinking to actually put it in a book form or something, type it all up. Maybe that's something I can do. Then as I'm typing that up, I can actually finish it off. I know it's 2008, it's 10 years since my hysterectomy, but the reason why I had to go see the doctor and all that is, it's still in my mind. I didn't do that. Why did I keep a diary of what I was, my pregnancy and all that, and my miscarriage and that? Because I read in the book, baby's book, I was buying baby book and everything. The 2 years I was falling pregnant, trying to anyway. I used to buy little things. I bought singlets and I bought plastic pants and different things. And one of the books I read said, keep a diary. So this is the only diary I've ever kept. And it has a lock on it, but the lock broke. See? Lock broke. I must have brought that the day I went. Because I remember the day I was going to tell everyone was the week before, was 6 days before on a Saturday, because I was going to go to my brother's family because it was my nephew's first birthday and his christening. But that was the morning I woke up and there was this brown stuff. So I didn't go. I did ring her and told her why I couldn't go. She said I could go there and not do anything. I said no, I didn't want to go. So I stayed home. I think it was a Tuesday that I went to the doctor about it and everything. So maybe I should write this up. I said it's just the writing is shocking. I'll show you the writing. Look at the writing. I don't know if you can see it. It's all running writing, and I don't do running writing anymore. sometimes I didn't cross the T's, and I just crazy. What's on here? I'll read my last entry in my diary. Hi Sam, it is just over 5 years since I lost you. It still hurts. If you're watching, you know that there have been no more pregnancies. This is not by choice. Tried twice after losing you, but then nothing happened. 4 months after losing you, I now know that I developed stress because of my loss. Read my diary for the first time in a while, and the pain returned. Maybe I read the diary because of talking to my best friend, Pam. She had her first child on 13th of April 01, Good Friday. I'm so happy for her. I'm now 43 years of age. My time for a sibling for you is running out. My arms ache to hold a baby of mine. Maybe when I hold Pam's, the ache might lessen. I'll find out on Friday when I see them. Sam, you are still in my heart, and I still am my guardian angel every day in memory of you. There was a time after you left that I wish I could have joined you, but I love life too much even without you. One day we'll be together. I just hope I can recognise you. If not, my heart will find you. Night, Sam. That was my last diary. That's 01, so that's a long time. That's nearly 18 years since I've written in it. You know, I've only read this a few times. I haven't, it is still hard. I do miss Sam. I never got to feel her move inside me. I never got to hear her heartbeat. I remember just after I moved to Coffs Harbour, I was doing volunteer work at the hospital. First at the pregnancy ward, then they wanted someone over at pregnancy care. And I was over there doing my job, and I heard this noise, and I knew it was a heartbeat. And when they come out, and I said, was that a heartbeat? She said, yeah. I said, the first time I ever heard one. I mean, it was a really loud heartbeat, you know. So to all you beautiful women out there, those of you who have children, whether it's blood children, whether it's stepchildren, whether it's foster children, whether you've adopted your dog or your heart, give them all a hug for me. I miss having a baby. Is, as I said before, it's all I ever wanted. I know today I want as many babies as I could have, and that's probably why I've got so many babies now. I just do video with them. I take them shopping, and I don't do any kind of routine. I talk to them. Sam's best friend in there is Poppy. They lay together, and it's like they're talking to each other. I wonder how I'm going to feel on Saturday when I leave. We're going away for 2 weeks. I still haven't decided what babies I'm taking. I'm taking Bridget, so I'm going to have to change her into travelling clothes, so I might do a video of changing video for her. I might take Bede, because they're my two smallest ones. I'll change him as well, and I will be taking Alice. I always take those three. I'm heading away again in April. So I'll take some of my new babies with me who haven't been on a trip. Turn the camera out here. Here I am. I found out when I uploaded before I uploaded my last video, sometimes because of the length of my videos, they divide in two. They ain't got a little one. And I have a joiner where I join them together before I add them to Movie Maker. And I don't know why I do that. I know I did it with the last one, and when I played it back on my computer, I realised the talking and the voice were out of sync. So, but when I played them by themselves, they were okay. So I said, I don't need to join them. I would actually just put them straight into Windows Movie Maker and do them that way. I've got another little video I want to upload. It's just a nice little calming video that I took back in July. It's just, I might do more like that. It is a really nice, it's when I got upset, so I went to a beach, and that is what it is. Just, and I've got another 3 videos I want to upload, which are of Tigger. I thought I had more, but I've lost them. So at least I've got these 3. So I think that's it. As I said, I'm doing better. I think talking about things gets it all out. And stress. I thought I was stressed, but when I went to the doctor all them years ago, found out the problem with my tummy and all that was nerves, which is where my anxiety started off. I know exactly how my anxiety started off, and I know what caused my anxiety to start off. Do you want to know now, or do you want to know later? Well, I tell you now, it was 1996. It was June. We have a long weekend in June. We celebrate the Queen's birthday, even though her birthday's in April. And I had to go put my dole form in for unemployment benefits on the Tuesday, because Monday was a holiday. So I was at the bus stop on the Tuesday, waiting to catch the bus to go on the Tweed. And I was there, and I felt pain in my tummy. I thought, oh, I need to go to the loo. I said, will I make it to Tweed Heads to go, or will I? I wasn't quite sure if I would make it. I thought, no, I won't make it. I won't do it. So I headed back. I was volunteering at that time at a hostel not far away from the bus stop in Kingscliff. And I had just made it to the toilet, and it all let go. And from then on, my brain thought going out, I would get pains in the stomach, and it is I wanted to go to the toilet. And that's how my anxiety started. That's all it was. It affected my bowels. It is a pain. But now my anxiety is good. Back then I went to see a doctor, and she gave me medication. And I went and seen her about it first. She talked about it. She said she had some medication that really works, it really helps. But I'll give you 2 weeks to think about it. Well, I was back in a week to get it. And I thought that great, anxiety would be fixed like that. It didn't. I'd take the pills. Remember one day I was walking to the shops at Kingscliff, and I could see the light. I could finally see the light where my anxiety was finally going. Not finally going, finally being controlled by medication. I am no longer on medication for anxiety. Being with my ex, as I think I've told you before, it brought out my abandonment issues. She made my depression worse than what it was, and which is also the cause of my loss of my job. But that's another thing. Don't worry. And also my anxiety was playing up with her. So I'm glad that relationship never happened in the first place. Glad it's over, and I'm good. Oh, come on, Bridget. Now this is little Bridget. Bridget, you know, is a Melinda Down syndrome kid, and isn't she a beauty? She's still got her Christmas outfit on. When was Christmas? A few weeks back. Doesn't matter. I've still got my Christmas decorations up. I still got decorations on the screen door, above the curtain, even around the bassinet. Decorations are still up. Why take them down? A lady next door said, put a teddy bear up because Easter's coming soon. 4 months. 3 months. Put a teddy bear up. I might do that before I leave to go. Come at this. I might try to find a little tiny teddy bear and to hang up out there for Easter. It has to be a rabbit. So I think we might leave now. It is hot. I've got the fan above me going on number 2. I've got the fan in front of me, which is behind you, going. And Bridget will say goodbye. You say goodbye. Yeah, cutie. And Sam wants to say goodbye. I love little Sam. She's a beautiful baby. Isn't she? She's a Beringer. She's la newborn Beringer. She is adorable. She's been reborn because she's got the veins. She is beautiful. I know some of the babies, especially my boo-boo babies I've got, I thought, why did I buy them? But then, you know what? All babies, no one's perfect. She is gorgeous, aren't you? So I think we will say goodbye now, and I am doing better. This has helped me. What else can I? Nothing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, well, that's okay. Give the thumbs down. If you enjoyed it, give the thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my crazy channel. Yes, we are all crazy. I don't care. Call me crazy. Doesn't hurt me. I've been through a lot of hurt, and nothing people call me, say to me will hurt. Maybe I've got a shield around my heart. Maybe it's solid, but no one will get in to hurt me. Only things in the past will hurt me. I'm doing good. I might go. It is getting hot. Got to work on fatigue because it's about 6 o'clock maybe on today. So I will see you in my next video. Hope you enjoy your day, and goodbye for now. Have a good day, mate. Yes.